Hi, I'm Chris with CryptoStopper. In this video, we're going to install CryptoStopper using group policy. We're going to create a shared folder. We're going to share that with everyone. We're going to place our installer and JSON config file in the share. We're going to edit the JSON, create and apply the GPO, and then we're going to reboot the machines. I have a lab with a domain controller, a file server, and 2 workstations. So here I've already created the app deployment folder. I've shared this with everyone, and this is where I'll place my installer and my JSON config answer file. The JSON is pretty easy to configure. It's just a simple file, a little bit of syntax in it, and it contains the serial key. So you'll log into the portal, you'll pull up your customer, you'll copy the key, and then you will save it to this JSON file. Once the JSON file with the key has been saved and paired with the CryptoStopper installer in the app deployment folder, then you can continue on with the GPO configuration. So in group policy management, I'm going to create a new object. I'm going to call it CryptoStopper. We'll edit this and add a package under Policies, Software Settings, Software Install. Right-click, choose New Package. And we're going to point to the network path. It must be the network path right to the share and to the installer. Here we go. Just make sure it's called CryptoStopper. Click OK. Now our group policy object is done. Now I just need to apply it. So I'm going to go to the containers that I've created that contain my server and workstations that I want to deploy on. I'm going to link the existing group policy object to both of those containers. And then I can update group policy here on the server, and that should push these changes out. So we're going to do a group policy update. And I'm just going to ignore those errors because it's going to work just fine. That's okay. So this is done. I've got my policy created. I've applied it to my containers. Now all I have to do is reboot my workstations. So I'm going to reboot all 3 of the workstations. I am going to speed up this video, and I am going to skip past the lengthy, well, it's not really lengthy, but it does take a few minutes to install. And if we can shorten this video by a few minutes and get you guys on your way faster, then that's what I want to do. So I did shorten this piece of it by a couple minutes, just so we can get it right to the past where it's been rebooted, it's installed, and now we're logging into the machines as the user to see what happened. So we can see I've got CryptoStopper installed on the demo machine. There it is on the server. I just saw the desktop icon. And we'll just log into all 3 of these machines real quick. CryptoStopper was already installed on the domain controller. I'm just pushing it out to these other 3 machines, the server and the 2 workstations. And you can see it's out there. It's installed on all 3 of them. So we'll open it up and just take a look at each one. So on the server, looks like we got all the folders configured. If I click Options Settings, the customer info is there. I do have to log into each server and configure the AD credentials. These credentials are used to send a shutdown command to the malicious workstation during an attack. So make sure you log into your servers and you do configure the domain Active Directory credentials, and that should be all you have to do on your servers once it's installed. Workstations are fully installed though. Settings completely done, configured. All of my folders are protected. And we'll look at this other workstation. You can see here again, folder protection is there. Settings are configured. And at this point, we should be able to go out to the portal and take a look at the endpoint listing and see that these guys are installed. So I'm going to go to the portal, click endpoints. We installed the last 3 in that list. So if I go to page 1, we can see the test 19FS file server and the demo machine. And that's done. We have completed the installation using the group policy GPO deployment on a Windows domain controller.